Hello and welcome to my channel, House of Gemini. To go over a conversation that I had with ThredUP, which I thought maybe other resellers and people that are new to the rescue boxes would find insightful. If you've watched any of my videos, you see that I have ordered quite a few rescue boxes over the past month and a half. I quite honestly received a lot of garbage. Disappointed, to be quite honest. What sent me over the edge was the fun box with the toothbrush in it. The free complimentary toothbrush that somebody in San Francisco sent to ThredUP and ended up in their warehouse and then ended up in my fun box. Cost of goods on that box is like $6 an item. So I paid $6 for a free toothbrush, which really pissed me off. Did nothing about it because ThredUP is trying to condition us that we get what we get and we can't throw a fit. Then I ended up emailing them when I got my last round of rescue boxes and came from Arizona, and it was just trash. The whole 25 items was trash. Like the tipping point for me where I was like, okay, 5-box item from Arizona that was trash again. Like I couldn't sell any of those items really, so I was really upset about it. And I contacted ThredUP and said,
cancel all my orders. Sorry, too bad, we can't do that. We work with FedEx and they don't retrieve packages because it's the cheaper post.
And they're like, sorry, too bad, so sad, we can't help you. That was another slap in the face. The customer service agent, sorry that you've had so many issues with your ThredUP rescues. Corn or whatever items are normal, and it's stated that way in the rescue box area. And I'm like, my Burberry shirt that came in a designer box had the elbows completely ripped out. They had ring around the collar and grunge. It had been worn to death and never washed. So a picture is worth 1,000 words, and here you go. A couple of them. She's like, sorry, that's part of the condition. There's nothing I can do for you. Communicate with somebody at a higher level instead of an entry-level customer service agent. And let me know what your experience has been with customer service through ThredUP. Like the 2 fake handbags that I received from ThredUP in my handbag box. The Michael Kors bag was a fake, and so was the Burberry. I brought that to their attention, and they're like, no, our people thoroughly investigate. I mean,
I'm sorry.
They don't thoroughly that much, okay, because they missed 2 bags in 1 box. And I know I'm not the only person. Like, send me by email pictures and information why you think these are forwarded on to the appropriate team member, and then we will get back to you within 4 days. No one got back to me. Sarah, part of the leadership team there, and her response to me in the initial email, and there were 18 emails back and forth between us about my issues with the ThredUP rescue boxes. And the first email, she says, and I'm quoting her because I have the email here, I didn't want to misrepresent ThredUP. She says, I understand that there were some issues with your previous rescue boxes. As a trusted reseller, really?
As a trusted reseller, we have a team of experts who thoroughly review all designer items for authenticity. These experts rely on verifying serial numbers, date codes, and overall craftsmanship to make sure that we're only listing
the real deal. We want our customers knowing that we guarantee that all of our items on our site have been reviewed as authentic.
While we stand behind our assessments, I would be happy to help you with returning anything that you believe not to be authentic.
And then I told her how bad the boxes were from Arizona, and I mentioned about the toothbrush condition of things coming from there. And then she responded in a subsequent email, and I quote, I understand the frustration, as you were expecting rescues to be a good reselling opportunity for you. However, our rescue program is not designed for that. Rescues are items that are inherently flawed and didn't meet our strict quality standards. They are advertised as having cosmetic defects, be missing labels, tags, or hardware, or need to be cleaned and or mended. So that was her response. The Burberry, I'm like, I gotta send you pictures because that's beyond just some simple mending. I had some shoes that were in really bad shape in one of my last rescue boxes, and I sent photographs to her of that, and she did reply back. For the shoes rescue, I have issued a refund of $16 for the 3 out of the 15 pairs that were in bad condition. They weren't in bad condition, they were in nasty, gross condition. Like, really, they belonged in the trash, and that's where they went. And then I said, is it possible to have a default warehouse to just keep Arizona from sending me stuff? We cannot select a warehouse for you. Just wanted to share that with you guys because I found it very humorous. And I even asked Sarah, I said, Sarah, and I asked her like twice, who do you think your customers are? Who do you think's buying these rescue boxes? And not once, but twice I asked her that in 2 different emails, and she just did not respond. She didn't answer me. Why is that? Because she knows, and I know, that it's resellers that are buying that. I mean, I'm sorry, but is like Mary Beth that lives down on the farm trying to clothe her family of 5 with ThredUP Rescue Boxes? I mean, probably not. A plus size woman, which I have become a plus size woman, unfortunately, from the pandemic and my own misadventures to survive the pandemic. Plus size woman, I wouldn't order a ThredUP Rescue Box where it's an unknown size, and as I think out of all my ThredUP boxes that I've received, I've never received a plus size item. I mean, I would just be like, shit, I can't use these items. That they hide behind these generic things so they don't have to deal with the issue, which is they have a crappy warehouse, Arizona, with employees that don't give 2 craps, and they're still working there. And maybe because it's a pandemic, they're desperate and need help, so whatever. But I told her, I'm like, I'm just corresponding with you because I think you can do better. And you should want to do better for your clientele, your customers. Because me, in a month and a half, I've spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars now, hoping to increase my inventory. But you know what? Of all the money I spent, and I'll calculate it and go over that in another video, I've only made like maybe 5% back on what I've spent. Like, okay, maybe I'll try and sell them, but because I'm not excited to sell them, I haven't listed them yet. You know, I'm ashamed. I've been a proud reseller on Poshmark for almost 5 years now, and I've had a certain level of standards that has been hard for me to tweak and adjust. With the pandemic and not having a car or having good thrift stores with good prices nearby that I can frequent to get inventory, I mean, I've been stuck, but I haven't given up, and I don't want to give up. God gave me money for Christmas. He wants to help me desperately improve my situation, and you know, for Christmas, instead of giving me gifts or gift cards, he gave me money so that I could buy inventory, and he's been eagerly awaiting. I told him, yeah, the ThredUP stuff that I've been trying hasn't been going so great. I ordered from Jomar, and I waited maybe 5 weeks, and not just to write. I'll post that video later, but I wanted to get this up and out to you for those of you who are resellers or new to reselling. That was ThredUP's response to my exchange with the leadership person. They basically said, no, our intention is not for resellers, which I think is crazy because who's going to buy these boxes otherwise? I'm still shopping with ThredUP, just not doing rescues right now. I ordered a few products this week, but I'm paying, you know, between $30 and $50 an item because I want these desirable brands in my closet, and I'm not getting them in other ways. And so I'm like, well, I'll just buy, you know, a handful of pieces to pump up the visits to my closet, and we'll see if I can sell them. A lot of times when I do that, though, I barely break even. Is it worth it? Well, most people would say it's not. It's not worth it. if you're not going to make double your money back, it's not worth your time. That desperate times call for desperate measures. I'm just trying to, keep the lifeline. I'm like, okay, please. I'm doggy paddling. I'm trying to keep my head above water, trying to keep my business afloat. My little part-time business that is trying to go full-time. And I tell you what, it's been hard as can be to make that leap. And for most people, I don't think it'd be that challenging because they have a car and they can get to some thrift stores in their areas that have reasonable items for a reasonable cost of goods. Tips or places that you like to do online, fake items or things like from Jomar, if there's certain packs that you trust that are decent quality. I'd love to hear your thoughts because I am still trying to go full time. I'm still trying to figure all this out. I want to be self-employed and I want to be successful. I'm running out of time as I just am. And I need to make my sales sustainable for myself. And right now they're not. The future is still really uncertain, unfortunately, and I'm a single mom, so I'm not sure where I'm going to be in a month's time. But if I can't find a good way to source that's reliable and quality items, I'm not sure what I can do. My best, trying to get back on track with my mental and physical health. For a while there, I was doing yoga, and then my daughter got COVID. So then I had to withdraw again. And I'm pretty sure that I have COVID. I've been under the weather for the last week. And that's why you haven't seen me much, because I haven't been feeling well. And also, I haven't been ordering rescue boxes from ThredUP because I was taking a break with all the shenanigans. And if you look back at my videos, I'm not just talking smack. It's true, I've got a lot of garbage. I need to become sustainable. And when someone sends me a lowball offer, I'm like, well, does it cover the cost of goods? Yes. Okay, well, maybe I'll just take it. But that's not going to sustain me in the long run, right? I need to have better quality merchandise. And so if you guys have any tips on where to go for that, feel free to share. And I really appreciate you being here with me on my journey through reselling hell and nightmares and coming back. And when I worked full-time and I only resold on the weekends and part-time, it didn't matter, right? But now it's like everything is riding on this. And it matters. So, love you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.
How you like me now?